Everyone tells you to be careful how you store your food on a boat so you don't get a bug infestation. But how do you really do that? Hi, I'm Carolyn Sherlock, and that's today's topic on the Boat Galley Podcast, the place for how-tos about the cruising lifestyle. This episode of the Boat Galley Podcast is sponsored by SeaTech Systems. SeaTech offers cruiser-tested solutions for weather, navigation, and communications. SeaTech solutions include satellite internet, Wi-Fi, cellular, and single sideband. What's more, SeaTech offers do-it-yourself electronics consulting with custom wiring diagrams and professional advice for your electronics DIY installation and integration projects. Visit sea-tech.com. That's SEA-TECH.com for more information. And as a bonus, Boat Galley Podcast listeners get free shipping from SeaTech with the code GALLEY2019 at checkout. Slow down, delay the bliss, 'cause dreams are made on nights like this. You have to be fanatical about avoiding critters, that's cockroaches, ants, weevils, and other bugs, in the food you store on a boat. Some of the critters will come right from the store, while others can come aboard at the dock. I've been able to avoid any major infestations by being constantly vigilant and following some rules. First, never take cardboard on board the boat if you can help it. All sorts of things lurk in cardboard, even in very modern and clean supermarkets. Get rid of the cardboard on the dock or the beach whenever possible. For things that don't have an inner liner and so you have to take them aboard in cardboard, such as pasta and so forth, don't even set the box down in the boat. Pour the contents into a Ziploc or plastic canister and then toss the cardboard box onto the dock or dinghy immediately. I've given some other ways to get rid of cardboard in a link in the show notes. Clean up any spills as soon as you find them and always be looking. Any sort of food spill will attract ants and roaches, and the problem will only grow the longer it's left. Messes do not clean themselves up. Even though it may not be convenient, you have to clean things up when you have a problem. Wash your produce immediately when you bring it on board. Use 1 capful of bleach in 1 to 2 gallons of water, and start with the foods that have the least dirt on them, such as lettuce. If the water gets too dirty, change it. Thoroughly swish the produce around in the bleach water and let it dry totally before putting it away. It's important both for getting rid of bugs and also for preventing any foodborne illnesses. Wash cans of fruit, vegetables, and drinks if they look at all dirty. That dirt can carry a lot of tiny critters. Before getting paper labels wet, be sure to mark the top of the can with the contents using a permanent marker. Next, be sure to clean the area between the stove and the counter, that vertical slot, what I call the gap. Keep that clean. One of the best ways you can do this is to tape a rag on the end of a knife or a long stick and then use it with a little bit of degreaser. Next thing, keep bottles of sugary items like honey and syrup inside sealed double plastic bags in case they leak or break. Anything sugary is just a huge attractant for ants. I also tend to double bag anything else if it would be a nasty mess if it broke, like oil, but that's not really a bug consideration. Okay, next on the bugs. Put a bay leaf in every bag of flour and any mixes that contain flour to discourage weevils. Do the same thing with all your cereals. Additionally, don't buy any flour or cereal that looks like it may have been sitting on the shelf for a while. And don't buy any from open bins. They are both much more likely to have weevils in them. If you have no option but to buy suspicious flour, put it in a pan and bake it at your oven's lowest setting. It's about 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes before putting it into a storage container. Or freeze it for at least 24 hours. and be sure to stick bay leaves in it. Put a whole clove in any locker to drive ants away. You can also use a sprinkling of ground cloves or a drop of clove oil. Refresh these every 3 months. You'll smell the cloves for the first few hours, but the scent will quickly wear away, although the ants will still avoid the area. Put an ant trap and cockroach trap in every single locker and replace at the recommended interval. If you can't find traps where you are, a mixture of boric acid, which is usually available at pharmacies, and powdered creamer in a bottle cap works well against both ants and roaches. Replace it every 2 months. Next, address any infestations immediately. They won't go away at their own. They'll just get worse and worse. Totally clean out any lockers with problems. Scrub inside with a bleach solution, and also wash the contents with a bleach solution. If the critters have gotten in any food, throw it out. Off the boat, not just in a trash bag on the boat. A bug bomb may be the only solution for a large infestation. It's a huge amount of work to remove all the dishes, pans, cooking utensils, cover the food prep surfaces, open all the lockers, and then get out for the required time. And then you have to come back and clean up and replace items afterwards. It's an awful lot easier to prevent an infestation in the first place, or to deal with it when it's small. Keep things clean, and you'll never have an infestation. Thanks for listening. If you like the show, please be sure to subscribe in your podcast app. Just search for the Boat Galley Podcast. And reviews are always appreciated. Until next time, then.